morning, my dear students. Welcome to PYQ series. Now we will see the previous year questions of coordination compounds. Actually, this coordination compounds chapter is very, very important. There is more weightage in NEET examination, not only in NEET examination, but also in JEE Mains and Advanced. Very, very, very important chapter. This is very, very important chapter it is. Okay, beta. Now we will see which type of questions they have asked in NEET examination. Okay, beta. Right? So start. The first one, which of the following is the correct order of increasing field strength of ligands to form coordination compounds? So asking the field strength of ligands. Asking the field strength of ligands. Actually, this is the memory based. It is a memory based question that we have to remember. Okay, this we have to remember. So what is the answer here? Which is a strong field ligand? Cn minus is the strong field ligand, and बाद में oxalate, and then F minus, and then SCN minus. So it is a memory based. We have to remember this. ठीक है? It is a spectrochemical series, so you have to remember this order. ठीक है? Right? So this was asked in NEET 2020. Direct question. It is direct question from spectrochemical series. Okay, beta. Next, the answer is A. Answer is A. Okay. Now let's next question. Okay. So what is the correct electronic configurations of the central atom in K4FeCN6 based on crystal field theory? K4FeCN6 is given. So asking electronic configuration of this K4FeCN6 according to crystal field theory. Look at here. So what is the oxidation state of iron here? The oxidation state of iron here, it is +2 oxidation state. Look at here. 6 minus 4 equal to +2, right? The oxidation state is +2. So which configuration it is? It is D6 configuration. It is D6 configuration, and the Cn minus, the cyanide ion. The cyanide is a strong field ligand. Cyanide is the strong field ligand. So what happens now? Pairing takes place. Look at here. Isme 2 electrons. Is there 2 electrons? Is there 2 electrons? So there is a huge splitting here. Due to this huge splitting, no electrons will go to these Eg orbitals. Okay? It is a strong field ligand, so there is more delta naught, there is more splitting, so these electrons will pair up. All these electrons get paired. Okay? So it will not follow Hund's rule. It violates Hund's rule. Right? So these are the 2 Tg orbitals, and these 2 are Eg orbitals. In Eg orbitals, there are no electrons, 0, and in T2g orbitals, there are 6 electrons. So T2g 6 and Eg 0. So what is the answer? Answer is C. Answer is C. Okay, very easy. It's crystal field theory is very, very important theory. Okay, if it is strong field ligand, splitting is more. Delta naught is more, so it violates Hund's rule. Okay, beta. Right? The answer is C. Next one, aluminum chloride in acidified aqueous solution forms a complex A in which hybridization state of aluminum is B. What are A and B respectively? So here aluminum chloride, it is dissolved in acidified water. So what we will get here? We will get octahedral complex. Aluminum can form octahedral complex. Take Al, H2O taken 6 times and 3 places is the octahedral complex. But what is the hybridization of aluminum? In this octahedral complex, what is the hybridization of aluminum? So how to calculate this? Look at here. Aluminum, look at it. What is the outer electronic configuration of aluminum? Outer electronic configuration 3s2 and 3p1, right? So Al plus 3, what is the oxidation state of this aluminum here? Al plus 3, it is neutral ligand, so Al plus 3, so remove 3 electrons, so 3s0 and 3p0, no electrons here, no electrons, so all are vacant orbitals. S orbitals are vacant, and p orbitals are also vacant, okay? And there are d orbitals also, there are d orbitals. There are 5 d orbitals. So it is octahedral complex. Octahedral complex, so 6 orbitals. 6 orbitals will involve in hybridization. So what are those 6 orbitals? One is s orbital, 3 p orbitals, here 2 d orbitals. So you will get sp3 d2 hybridization. You will get sp3 d2 hybridization because it is octahedral complex. If it is tetrahedral complex, what you will get? You will get sp3 only. You will get the first 4 orbitals. So sp3 if it is tetrahedral, but it is octahedral, no? You will get sp3 d2 hybridization. Okay, beta? Right. Answer is A. Answer is A. Okay. Right. The next one, the crystal field stabilization energy for the octahedral complex is given. Okay. The crystal field stabilization energy CFSE. CSFE. So it is CFSE. Okay. Crystal field stabilization CFSE for octahedral complex is given. How much it is? 18,000 centimeter inverse. Okay. Asking the CFSE for tetrahedral complex. There is a formula, no? Direct formula. Delta naught equal to 9/4 into delta t. This is a well-known formula, right? So if you apply this formula, you can get the answer. So asking delta t, no? Delta t equal to 4/9 into delta naught. Substitute that value here, you will get the answer. 4/9 into 18,000. Okay. So what is answer? 2,000. Okay, 4 into 2, so 8,000, right? Answer is D. Answer is D. Okay, right. Answer is D. Next one. The type of isomerism shown by the complex. That is octahedral complex is given. So which type of isomerism that is shown by that compound? Which type of isomerism? Look at it. Cobalt. What is En? Ethylene diamine. Ethylene diamine. NH2. NH2. Okay. NH2. NH2. Cl. Cl. This is one compound. Okay. So what is another compound? This is a trans compound. What is a cis compound? It is like this. Cl. Cl. NH2. 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 Okay. So you will get this one. Okay. So this is cis compound and it is a trans compound. So which isomers these two are? These two are geometrical isomers. Both are geometrical isomers. So answer is A. Answer is A. It will not exhibit coordination isomerism. Which compounds will exhibit coordination isomerism? The complex is having more than one coordination sphere. Then only there is a ligand transfer. Right? If you change the ligands, then we can get the coordination isomerism. Okay. What is ionization isomerism? Which compounds will show ionization isomerism? If the complex having ions in ionic sphere, then that can exhibit ionization isomerism. Okay. The linkage isomerism. So isme there is no bidentate ligand, right? Sorry, there is no ambidentate ligand. If whenever there is the ambidentate ligand, then that will show linkage isomerism. Okay. So answer is A. Answer is A. Next one, the geometry and magnetic behavior of the complex NiCO4 tetrahedral complex is given. Okay, asking the geometry and magnetic behavior. Geometry and magnetic behavior. So what is given here? NiCO4. What is the CO? Carbon monoxide. It is a strong field ligand. It is a strong field ligand. So what is the oxidation state of nickel? It is neutral ligand, right? So nickel gets zero oxidation, no oxidation state. So what is the electron configuration? Outer electron configuration is D8s2. D8s2. Okay. So in the presence of a strong field ligand, these two electrons will shift to d orbitals. It becomes D10 configuration. It becomes D10 configuration in the presence of a strong field ligand. Okay. So how these electrons are arranged? Look at here now. there are 5 d orbitals. Arrange these 10 electrons in these 5 d orbitals. Either 2, either 2, either 2, either 2, either 2. S orbitals are vacant, and then p orbitals are also vacant. Okay? So d orbitals are also vacant here, right? So which type of hybridization? Which type of hybridization does it have? Look at here. It is tetrahedral, right? It is tetrahedral. Only 4 orbitals will involve in hybridization. So it is sp3. It is sp3 hybridization. If it is sp3 hybridization, the geometry will be tetrahedral geometry. The tetrahedral geometry. So answer is tetrahedral geometry. And is there any unpaired electron? No. All electrons are paired. All electrons are paired, so it is a diamagnetic species. Diamagnetic tetrahedral. What is the answer? Tetrahedral geometry and diamagnetic. Tetrahedral geometry and diamagnetic. So answer is B. Answer is B. Okay? Right. Very simple question. Next one. Iron carbonyl, the FeCO5 is what? Tetranuclear or mononuclear or trinuclear or dinuclear? What is the answer? It is a mononuclear, because there is only one metal. There is only one metal, so it is a mononuclear. Okay? If you take this one, Fe2CO taken 10 times, what is this? It is a dinuclear complex compound. Okay? So it is there is only one metal, so it is a mononuclear complex compound. Okay? Answer is B. Okay? Look at the next one. The correct order of stoichiometries of AgCl formed when AgNO3 in excess is treated with the complexes. So look at here, these 3 complexes are given. Okay? And when we add excess of AgNO3, how many moles of AgCl formed? That is asking. Okay? So asking the number of moles of AgCl compounds are formed when these compounds are treated with excess of AgNO3. So how to write this? So look at here, cobalt it is a plus, the oxidation state of cobalt is +3 in all the cases. So cobalt +3 is more stable in octahedral complexes, beta. Okay, so if write the octahedral complex of all the compounds. So CO, and here there are 3 chloride ions and 6 NH3 ligands. And which is a strong field ligand? NH3 is a strong field ligand. So remember, all strong field ligands, they are present in coordination sphere. So there are NH3 6 times. Okay, this is octahedral complex, and the remaining chloride ions, they are present outside. Okay, so on ionization, how many chlorides that we can get here? Remember, the ions which are present in ionosphere gets ionized. That means we will get these 3 chloride ions. Now these 3 chloride ions, when react with 3 moles of Ag plus, will form 3 moles of AgCl. 3 moles of AgCl. Now look at the second compound. It is also a cobalt +3, so it will also exist in octahedral complex, right? CO, how many NH3 ligands are there? There are 5 NH3 ligands. NH3 taken 5 times, right? And there are it is octahedral complex, so 1 ligand is required. So take 1 chlorine from here, you will get Cl. And how many ligands are outside? How many chloride ions are outside? Only 2 chloride ions. Only 2 chloride ions. So on ionization, we will get these 2 chlorine ions. Now these 2 chlorine ions will form 2 moles of AgCl. Okay, and take the last one. It is also octahedral complex. So CO, NH3, how many ligands are given? How many strong field ligands are given? Only 4. Take care, how many ligands are required to get the octahedral complex? 2 ligands are required. So Cl2, and 1 chlorine is outside, right? Cl. So on ionization, we will get only 1 Cl minus ion. Only 1 Cl minus ion, and that will form only 1 mole of AgCl. So what is the answer now? 3 moles of AgCl in the first case, and in the second case 2 moles of AgCl, and in the last case only 1 mole of AgCl. So answer is B. Answer is B. Okay, next one. Correct increasing order for the wavelengths of absorption in the visible region for the complexes of cobalt +3 is. asking the absorption wavelengths. So how to solve this? So to solve this problem, what is required? What is required? How to solve this problem? Look at here. If we know delta naught values, we can solve this problem. And delta naught values, delta naught, crystal field stabilization energy, delta naught, it is directly proportional to field strength, ligand field strength, ligand field strength. More if the ligand is a strong field ligand, delta naught will be more. Delta naught will be more. There will be more splitting. There will be more crystal field splitting. Okay. Whenever there is a more splitting, there is more amount of energy required, no, for the electron transformation. Yes or no? More energy required. So what is the wavelength? Less energy is less. There will be less wavelength because the energy is inversely proportional to wavelength. Energy. Look at it. Delta naught is directly proportional to ligand field strength. Ligand field strength. Okay, and more the delta naught, more will be the splitting. Look at this is splitting. This is the splitting. Okay, if the ligand field strength is more, delta naught more. If the delta naught is more, there is more splitting, right? If there is more splitting, more amount of energy required to promote this electron from here to here, right? More amount of energy required. So what is the wavelength? Wavelength will be very, very less. Why? Because there is formula E equal to hc by lambda. So what is the relation between energy and wavelength? It is the inverse relation. E is inversely proportional to lambda. More the energy, less the wavelength. Okay. So now you must know the ligand field strength order. Here ethylene diamine, it is a strong field ligand, right? And then ammonia, and then H2O. So this is the field strength order. Strong field ligand, weak field ligand, very weak field ligand. Okay. So when field strength increases, delta naught increases. If delta naught increases, absorption energy increases. Okay. If absorption energy increases, lambda decreases. What is the answer now? Answer is D. It is a weak field ligand. Crystal field splitting energy is very, very less. Very less. So less amount is required. So there will be more wavelength. There will be more wavelength. Okay, beta? Right? Right. Thank you. Thank you very much. And the remaining problems we will discuss in the next lecture. Okay, beta? Thank you. Thank you very much.